Last fall, Jordan and I came in here and sprayed this piece of a pasture and killed it, and then we're going to burn it off right now. It's going to be a food plot for this coming fall. We have 2 tree stands on the edge, and the entry and exit route into the stands is phenomenal, and everything about it works great. The deer travel through here a lot. We've had a lot of encounters back here. So we're going to hopefully try to burn it today. It's just the dog and I. She's going to run the flapper and I'll run the torch and keep it under control. As you can tell, that hardly worked out at all. There's not enough there to burn, probably a little too wet underneath it yet, but it was worth a go. The only thing we got left to do is put the fence up around so the cows can't get in, and just get and plant it and we'll be set.
The food plot you just saw Russ working on is one we had very high hopes for. We weren't going to take any shortcuts getting this one ready. It's actually back in an active pasture. So the fall before Russ went in, he sprayed the cool season grasses and killed them. So we had a clean slate to work with this spring. There was absolutely nothing growing, and it was ready to be turned over and to plant some burst seam clover and oats in April. Over the summer, the family spent a lot of time just keeping an eye on the food plot, maintaining other food plots, splitting firewood, fixing fence, putting in some new field entrances, just various projects around the farm.
Got these 18 or 19 baby snappers. I think Dad found a snapper on the road one day and picked it up and was cleaning it. But there's a bunch of eggs in it, so Jordan planted the eggs in a 5-gallon bucket and they just hatched last night. So we're going to release them down here in our pond. And last one.
You better hide a little better. Gosh, the future.
It's safe to say that just preparation for deer season, work around the farm, doing all the habitat work, and all that goes with it those are the type of activities that have brought our family closer than anything else. In the fall, we actually disced up this food plot, the burst seam clover and oats, and we decided we're going to plant the Paul Knox Special, the double tree rye mix, as many people know, and is definitely known for being a good deer attracting food plot, and it's got about everything a deer could ever want. You put some rye, some oats, some clover, some peas, some radishes, and if you can get that stuff growing, you got a very good chance of having a successful food plot that deer love, and that's exactly what we found out. The deer started hitting this stuff right away. It's September 3rd. Russ and I came out here to check out some of the tree stand work he's been doing on this food plot, and it looks really good. We got a killer spot. I think we can get some deer shot off this from this year. Picked up a ½ inch of rain, and you can see it's greening up nicely. Russell showed me some of the tree stands he's hung on the plot. He's got one on the north, one on the south end, and he did really well hanging them. The view from them's nice, so we should be able to get some deer down in them. As hunting season got closer, the trail cam on this food plot showed that there were definitely some shooter bucks hitting it, and we knew that we just had to put in the time and eventually it would come together for us. As early muzzleloader season came around, this was one of the spots we wanted to focus on, so Dad and I hunted every single chance we could back here early muzzleloader season. Ended up being about 5 or 6 evenings, and we did end up having one really close encounter. Oh boy, she's gonna regret that.
Here we are again, the third night in a row. October 18th, it's Friday night. I sat here last night with Jordan filming me. Had one small buck come in, and Doe and Fawn at last light. So we got down, checked the trail camera, went back, looked at the footage. We had 2 5.5-year-old bucks on there, pushing that 140, 150 class. Definitely shooters, huge bodies. But got in here earlier today, perfect wind. Got some scent wicks out there about 20 yards. So hopefully one of the big boys show their face. They both were here Tuesday night, so maybe they'll show back up tonight. Wait and see. On the other side of the fence. What is it? Right there.
Maybe we can get him over. Can he maybe hit your can or something? Hold on, he's looking, hold on.
See his tail wiggling.
Yeah, go for it. Stop. He's walking.
Which way?
To the east.
Had one of our 5.5-year-old bucks walk down the fence line. Stopped for a while. I could have shot him. Needed him to jump the fence.
Once early muzzy season closed, we continued to hunt this food plot, this time with our bows. It was getting a little frustrating hunting the exact same stand day after day, but we knew the trail cams were telling us that if we kept at it, our chance was coming.
Well, it's October 26th, and we're back in the food plot. We hunted primarily early muzzleloader season. We're into bow season. Got Jordan filming me. Got a buck decoy out about 20 yards, probably about 15 yards, but primarily got one goal in mind is to shoot one of the older, bigger body bucks and make room for the new generation. I got 2 does and 2 fawns just came in. It's about 5:50. Waiting for the big boy.
We hadn't seen much until sunset when all of a sudden a doe came running in from off the hillside and there was a buck right behind her.
There's a buck chasing her. It is a shooter, I'm pretty sure. It's funky too. He's coming back this way, it looks like. Yeah. That buck. you see him, you're gonna get a shot to your left, it looks like. Maybe. He's just walking away.
After a couple grunts, the buck was finally coming our way, but he was taking his time to work into the shooting lane.
Do you have a shot? Tell me when you're gonna shoot. I don't have him. He's gone now for me.
We were losing light fast, and just as the deer stepped through the shooting lane, Dad and I were kind of having trouble going back and forth on if we had clear shots and could see him, and we just didn't get a shot off. Thankfully, the buck actually stopped on the very edge of the shooting lane and was just standing there staring at the decoy, and we were losing light very, very fast. After a couple minutes, the buck was still standing there, and Dad finally whispers to me that he had a shot. So I'm about out of camera light. Dad has a couple minutes of legal shooting light left, and we make a decision that we're not letting this opportunity get by.
Yeah. Right now. Sure. Dropped it. I thought it dropped it. You did? Yeah.
That's worth a couple more.
Funny. The time he walked into the time I shot him was probably 30 minutes, but I'm froze. You hold the camera steady. Yeah. He is a tank. Wish we had a scale to weigh him. Live body weight.
I actually just picked you up a Christmas present yesterday, and it's a scale.
Oh, well, now that I got a live scale, I got a scale to weigh him for Christmas early. We're gonna hang this one up and just find out what one of these things really weigh.
This was definitely one of the deer that we came into this food plot after. He was a 5.5-year-old deer. We had sheds to him from the last couple years, trail cam pictures and all that stuff. Not the biggest deer in the woods, but definitely one that Dad was proud of and happy to take. But that wasn't the best part of the hunt. The best part definitely was the time that Dad and I got to spend together. Just hunting day after day, every day in a tree stand together with your dad is definitely something I don't take for granted, and we enjoyed every minute of it.